Hi everybody, so this is a new way we're going to be delivering our content to you. So from now on, you're going to be getting these daily videos. They're going to be posted, these links to YouTube links are going to be posted onto Sugarwad. Hopefully this is going to help you understand the workouts a little bit more and kind of some of the stimulus that we're looking for. So today's workout looks really complicated on paper, but trust me, it's not. Okay, so just a real quick review of the workout that we've got. So we're going to be doing a 200-meter run, followed by a triplet. The first one is deadlifts, hang cleans, and 6 thrusters. Then we go off on another 200-meter run. We've got another triplet, 10 front squats, shoulder to overheads, and overhead holds and alternating lunges. And then the final run at the end, and then we're going to move into a little imam at the end if we've got enough time or if we feel like we've got the energy for it. So the runs, you're going to give yourself 2 minutes for that 200-meter run, which is more than enough time. So you're going to come back in off that run, hopefully have about a minute's worth of rest before you then move into the work component. So what we're looking to achieve here is some lightweight barbell or dumbbell or kettlebell movements whilst we're under fatigue with a little bit of an elevated heart rate and respiratory rate. So the first one, so you're going to head off on that run, come back in, you're going to hit those deadlifts, you're going to give yourself 5 minutes for that. And then once you finish that triplet, you're going to give yourself 2 minutes rest, then into the next one, then into the next one. Hopefully everybody's got this. This is great because I don't get the questions coming back. So I haven't got Jane and everyone giving me crazy, silly questions. Perfect. So the class time should be about 20 minutes shorter. Okay, so if we have a look at Zoe, we're just going to work through the warm-up. So we've got 60 seconds of skipping. You guys all know how to skip. Then we're going to go into 60 seconds of bird dogs, wall sits, 30 seconds of Russian baby makers, 60 seconds of farmer's hold, then 30 seconds of goblet holds and good mornings afterwards. So first thing we're going to look at is that bird dog. So Zoe's going to go into that that kind of plank position or bridge position. What we're looking for here is, I'm going to point at her, not that that's any help for you guys at all. What we're looking for is that hip to be nice and straight, shoulders over those wrists. She's going to extend her arm out. She's going to push all the way through her fingertips and point her toes really far. She's going to hold that 60 seconds, for 30 seconds on one side. Then she's going to bring herself back in and she's going to stretch out again. She's going to hold that, okay? And rest. Then she's going to move on to the wall. Okay, this is going to be quite hard to see from the side, but if you can imagine, what we're looking for is that really nice 90 degree angle. She's pushing herself into the wall to create that tension and activation through those quads. That midline is braced, so she's pushing that diaphragm down. Once she's done that for 60 seconds, she's then going to move into standing position. She's going to turn to the side so we can see from side on, and we're going to do Russian baby makers, okay? So we're looking for that nice squat stance, feet just outside our hips, toes turned ever so slightly. As we know, Zoe's got amazing hamstrings. She can hold all the way to the floor. If you've not got such great hamstrings, what Zoe could do is she could hold on to a little bit higher upper body or upper legs. She's going to pull her bum down into the bottom of that squat. Really nice proud chest. And as she stands, she's going to keep her chest proud for as long as she can, pushing into those hamstrings. We're looking to stretch down through that posterior chain into those hamstrings to get them nice and warm for the workout. Once we've done a minute of those, 30 seconds of those, she's going to grab her 2 weights, either kettlebells, dumbbells. If you're using a barbell for this, guys, then just grab your barbell. She's going to set her shoulders nice and firm back into her sockets, and she's going to stand there for a minute. Once she's done that, she's going to put one of those kettlebells, dumbbells, or the barbell down, and she's going to then bring it up into that goblet position. What we're looking for is that soften that knee. Again, neutralizing that spine, pushing that diaphragm down. And she's going to push her hips back, feeling that stretch. For this one, should be a little bit higher up into almost into those glutes, as opposed to into those hamstrings, and stand, pushing those hips forward. She's going to do those for 30 seconds. Once we've done that, we're going to put our barbell down, or our load down. Have a little bit of a breath for a second, catch our breath, compose ourselves. So we're going to go into the main part of the workout now. So you're looking for either a single or a double kettlebell or dumbbell. You're going to head off on your 200-meter run. Zoe's come back in off that 200-meter run. She's going to do 3 rounds of 10 deadlifts. Okay, first thing we're going to look at is if Zoe's got 2 weights. So she's going to, as a traditional deadlift, feet underneath those hips. She's going to keep her set her back at the bottom, push the knees back as she stands, bring those hips through. Okay, pushing her bum back. If at any point you're not like Zoe and super bendy, and you can feel like you're losing that midline a little bit, what you're going to do is you're going to stop maybe just at the knee or indeed at that mid shin. Okay, everybody happy with those deadlifts? Great. Okay, into those hang cleans. Okay, so traditional clean, we're going to look to stand that bar up. Zoe's going to turn to the side for me so we can see her side on. She's going to load up that posterior chain. She's going to load up those hamstrings into that hang position. She's going to, in one aggressive motion, drive to the ceiling, big shrug, pushing her bum back, catching in that power position. If we turn to the front, see one from the front. Okay, look at her feet position, just inside the hips. We're looking for that big shrug and drive, okay? If you've only got one piece of equipment, you're going to do half the reps. So on those deadlifts, you're going to do half the deadlifts on one side and then half the deadlifts on the other, and the same as Zoe's demonstrating with the power cleans now. So thrusters, everyone loves a thruster, great movement, really elevates those heart rates, gets that blood into those shoulders. So Zoe's going to pick up her weights. First, we're going to do some from the front on. So you'll notice how her stance has taken a little bit wider now. Feet are actually outside her hips. She's got that really beautiful squat straight to the bottom. She drives up, pushes it overhead. She regrets taking those 15s now, I can tell you that right now. She's going to drive up, push to the ceiling. So what do we need to remember with those push presses or with the push press component? We need to make sure we wait until we get into that top position before we press that load out overhead, don't we? Okay, then bring them back down, follow it down into that squat. Standard squat mechanics, track those knees out over those toes, push your bum back, weight evenly distributed through the feet. Okay, this is your first 5-minute window, 2 minutes rest. 2 minutes rest. Now you're going to head off out onto another 200-meter run. You're going to come back in and you're going to take another minute of rest. Once you've done that, you're going to perform 10 front squats. So Zoe doesn't need necessarily to hold the weight now if she doesn't want to. So you're going to hold those weights on those shoulders. You're going to do a traditional front squat. We've just done them in the thruster component, so we won't spend too much time. Hips back and down, knees tracking over toes, shoulder to overhead. So these can be, if you've not got really heavy weight and you want to challenge your shoulders a little bit, you can strict press them. Sorry, Zoe. You can strict press them. You can push press them. And you can push jerk them. Things to remember with any of these upright or any of these shoulder to overhead movements and rest, Zoe, is keep that chest nice and upright. If you're doing the press, make sure as you press that chest stays nice and proud. We don't let it drop, okay? Then the final movement is overhead alternating lunges. So we don't need to worry about the weight, Zoe. If you just want to, we'll pretend that you've got that weight over your head. So we're looking to keep that shoulder active, okay? We're going to press up into that load. Zoe's going to take a lunge forward, ever so slightly out to the side, to make sure she's balanced. Knee drops to the floor, drives off that front foot. What do we need to think about with that knee, guys? We need to make sure it doesn't track too far forward, okay? 5 minutes of work on this, get that work done. You should hopefully have 2 minutes rest at the end. Well, yeah, you'll give yourself 2 minutes rest at the end. Once you've done that, you're gonna head off onto your final run. Then you're gonna come back in, and that's time for what we would call the high intensity stage of the session. Once we've done that, should be about 35 minutes of work we've got so far here. We're going to move into our accessory component. So intensity dropping back down now, heart rate starting to fall. So you're going to do 30 seconds of front leaning rest, okay? So this is essentially a plank position. But what Zoe's going to do is she's going to come with what you can't quite see here is she's on her toes. She's leaning forward, got her head in the sofa, loading up those shoulders, feeling that tension through. What you can see is she's got a really nice tight midline, putting those ribs to those hips, keeping her spine nice and neutral. And rest for me, Zoe. Once you've done 30 seconds of those, you're going to do 30 seconds of bicep curls. So if we look from the side, again, what we're going to look for in this is keeping those knees nice and soft. Okay, you can do them, or you can hammer curl them. It's probably a little bit easier to hammer curl them. If you hammer curl them, yeah. So you're gonna then bring those dumbbells up, making sure it's not too heavy. Okay, you're gonna bring those dumbbells up. You're gonna get that as far as you can up, and as you come up, you can twist them a bit if you want. As you can see, we don't do a lot of curls. Tricep extensions. She's gonna go back into that bird dog position. So these are like a tricep. We're going to do tricep kickback. She's going to lift her elbow to the ceiling, and then she's going to extend it back. Okay, we're going to do tricep kickbacks, a little bit safer than extensions. You want to do an extension, you can do extension. Okay, guys, hopefully everything there is, you've got everything you need from that workout. Any questions, drop myself, Zoe, any of the other coaches a quick message, and we'll be more than happy to talk you through any of the points of performance for those workouts. Okay, hopefully that's enough for you guys. See you soon.